What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Conditioner Chronicles. Very much so exciting. I have a special guest behind me who wants to be very cute for the camera, so allow him to do his thing, okay? Our feature for today's episode, if you saw the title, is the Kristin Ess Reconstructive Moisture Mask. Are you breaking character? Sir, I thought you wanted to be in the back being cute.
I couldn't keep it for much longer.
This is it. They want to be in the videos, and they don't want to keep the character.
Somebody would be mean in the comments. Like,
don't be mean in the comments to him, okay? Don't be mean in the comments to him, y'all.
what's up, y'all?
Bookie Bay. Bookivius.
Oh.
Bookiante.
Okay.
Bookie Book. Bookie Bay. I think
on.
I said Bookie Bay already.
I think so.
Doggy. Bookie Lookie. Bookie Ookie. Smookie Dookie Lookie.
Big Bookie.
Big Bookie. Anyway, guys, I just popped in here really quick to say I'm using the Kristin Ess Reconstructive Moisture Mask for today's wash day, and the girl is very excited, okay? I am gonna be cleansing with the OK Rosemary shampoo, and I'm gonna make sure that my hair gets nice and clean, and then I'll follow up with this conditioner. I'll come back once the hair clean, booty clean, like Miss Faye in the city would say, and give you guys my thoughts. However, before I get in the shower, I figured I'd kind of go through some ingredients so we can get that kind of stuff out of the way. The first top ingredients are water, cetyl alcohol, glycerin, coconut oil, silicone, benzalkonium chloride, and then we got some shea butter. Sounds pretty good to me. So I think it's gonna have a little protein toward the very bottom, but I'm looking forward to moisture, a little structure, and a lot of slip. So yeah. Bookie, you got anything you want to tell the people?
Happy New Year, y'all.
All right, guys, I'll see you after my shower. Hey, y'all, your girl is back with lots to say, so let's get started. First and foremost, I am spoiled because the way that I am missing that honey cream shampoo so bad. Guys, I'm going on like 2 weeks without it. I don't think I can go 3. No shade to the OK Rosemary shampoo, but let me tell you this, don't be surprised if Miss Honey Cream makes a return quicker than we all thought, okay? I couldn't be away from her too long, clearly. So anyway, guys, moving on to the star of today's show, the Kristin Ess Moisture Mask. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all straight off the rip, it's empty. It's empty. This is just above 6.5 fluid ounces, and like I said, I have many thoughts. So let's kind of go in order. The first thing is on the packaging, it says that it's for all hair types, moisture reviving, strand softening, deeply nourishing, okay? And it says it's got zip up technology. Girl, I couldn't tell you what that means, all right? If I flip it to the back, the directions are interesting because she's speaking in first person, and she says, I like my hair masks to have slip so I can easily distribute them throughout the hair. This mask is softening, detangling, but not heavy. It's a universal treatment for anyone looking to reverse dryness. Okay? Going into the instructions, it says after shampooing and rinsing, run a small amount from middle to ends. Allow the hair to sit for 5 minutes. It does say if you want to go deeper, you know what I mean? You could do a plastic cap. But yeah, then they do go ahead and explain what the zip up technology means. Baby, that just means, I guess, filling in the split ends. But I don't really, when people say split end repair technology and all that, that's the woo-woo part of the hair industry for me. Because split ends are split, they gotta get cut off, in my opinion, all right? In my opinion. So now, as I've read all of this stuff on the back of the packaging, let's get into my thoughts. The scent is very pleasant. Very pleasant. I feel like if I was at a spa and somebody used this on my massage, I probably at the end would be like, girl, where'd you get that lotion? Or like, what lotion is that? And you kind of peeking around after the massage is over, like, that smells good. I 1000% agree with the slip part. Definitely feel like the mask was softening upon application, and I do feel like I was able to lightly detangle. It's definitely lightweight. When they say not heavy, they ain't lying, okay? But here's where they lost me. When it says to run a small amount from middle to ends, this was the weirdest experience where it was slippery in my hands. It was slippery on the hair, but it did not distribute. Like when I put it from middle to end, it was just at the middle. And it was like my hands slid over the glob that was on my strands. And I was just like, here we go. So it wasn't just like, you know, when you kind of move and smooth the product down, I had to like work it down my strands, because it was like, if I was going to get it on my ends, I had to put some just on my ends. If I was going to do my roots, I had to do just my roots. If I was going to do the mid shaft, I had to do just my mid shaft. I couldn't do from the roots and work down, or from the ends and kind of work it upward. That just didn't work for me. So Kristin Ess, you lost me on that one, girl. And it's usually one and the same in my experience. When something has slip, it's usually easy to distribute, but this just was not the case. They were just two separate experiences, okay? As far as application, to sum up my original thoughts, weird. Moving on to the moisture, kind of getting into the claims, I really do feel like this was like a gotcha kind of experience, because when I rinsed it out, I was like, ooh, okay. And come on, dimethicone. That's really what dimethicone is good for in a deep conditioner. A super silky, okay? Rinse out. But you learn what they really bout when that slippery feeling kind of subsides. Do you feel moisture? Is there substance? Is there something left behind? And in this case, I did not feel that, okay? So I was rinsing my hair out. My hair was feeling super buttery and soft, and I was getting these nice, juicy, clumped curls. I'm looking at myself in the glass, right? Like, ooh, okay. But when I completely rinse the water out and I do a nice little squeeze before I go in with my leave-in conditioner, my hair started to feel like it was tangling up. It started to feel like weird, like they did a Aussie Moist situation. And this is maybe a hot take. Aussie Moist did not die on the cross for me, okay? Some of y'all love Aussie Moist down, okay? That little 3-minute miracle, I hated it. I hated it, capital H-A-T-E-D. It just was not for me. And I feel like for Aussie Moist to be $1.97 at my local Walmart, and to, you know, it's silicone, it's gonna give you some slip, it's gonna help you get through, but it's not leaving nothing behind. Girl, the idea that people spend full price for this at somebody's Target, $18.99, $22.99, girl. This was $9.99 at my local Marshalls, and guess what, babes? $9.99 is the same price as that Dove Amino Curl Repair Conditioner, the same price as the Dove Bond Strength Mask. I would risk extra strengthening with Dove Mask before I go back in with this. And I'm not trying to shade Kristin Ess, but I just feel like it was missed potential, unmet potential for sure. Now, for the 1B, 2B, C hairstyles or hair types, this might go well. But I feel like for anybody with fine strands and high density, it's like, girl, sharing was not caring for Kristin Ess. And so to wrap up my thoughts about this, I would not recommend. So with all that being said, episode 2 might have been a doozy, girl. I'm kind of glad that I used the whole thing. But 6 ounces and some change, no ma'am, in the trash, okay? So now, babes, it's time for me to go ahead and get styling. Today I am using the Low Porosity All Day Hair Repair Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. And y'all, I'm almost done this. I think I'm at the bottom. Let me go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about the styler. This is the Curl-Aid Moisture Butter that's remixed with the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, the Not Away. So we'll see how this goes, babes. But I'm gonna go do some applying, put some twists in my hair, and I'll be back to show you guys a little glimpse, okay, a little flutter of what I'm doing to style. And then it'll be time for me to sit under the bonnet dryer attachment, go to sleep, wake up, come back, and take it down and tell y'all how it all is coming together. Hey neighbors, I'm back and almost done with styling my hair. It's been, I think, almost an hour of styling, which is pretty quick considering the fact that my hair is feeling a little rough. I really don't like when products seem to have a pretty good formulation and they just be feeling like, I don't know, like dollar store products on the hair. I just did not like the feeling, like after everything was said and done, that the Kristin Ess conditioner gave my hair. It just really gave condemned fig tree. It was presenting as though it had fruit, but in the end, babes, the tree was barren. One thing I will absolutely be doing though is putting some mousse over top of these twists. because if you guys can see, as I'm applying this little curly cocktail, I'm not getting much of anything. Curly is 1000% a moisture product in my opinion, and the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, you know, I believe that's a leave-in, so most of the time leave-in conditioners are targeted to making sure they leave some moisture. So me having double moisture is great, but I want a little bit of hold. So I am actually going to go over with the Frizz Patrol mousse today. And that is what I used last week as well. I'm making all of my sections from top to bottom like this, just so they're consistent. And another thing, guys, I don't know if I said this in a video, but I'm really trying to embrace my hair at all stages. I used to feel some sort of like, I don't want to say shame, but maybe it was some sort of shame or embarrassment of some sort when I would be in those 2 days waiting for my hair to dry, and I would want to put on a wig or whatever, but I'm not wearing a wig tomorrow for my work meeting. It's just with my boss. It's my hair, you know what I mean? Like, it's my hair. He's seen it big and out. He's seen it, you know, shrunken, you know, twist out like without stretching it, and he gonna see it in these twists. Now, will I put a little makeup on? You know what I mean? Do a little eyebrow? Yeah. To offset the fact that I'm gonna be in the twist. I was about to say dookie twist, but I'm not trying to be downtrodden on myself. Yes, I am gonna put do a little razzle dazzle on the face. I'm not gonna be fresh face and twists. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I can do fresh face with super big hair, but I can't do the fresh face just yet. I'm not there yet, one step at a time. So anyway, I'm going through and taking some of this extra product off, and I did my twists in such a way that they do kind of hang and frame my face. Girl, I tried. But babes, let's wrap this up. I have my Frizz Patrol, and I'm gonna put a healthy amount. Because this is really gonna help me seal my strands and my cuticles. I did get some breakage today, but I don't know. I just feel like I said, that Kristin Ess just left. It was like a friction, and any friction for my hair is just not good, especially at the detangling step. So I'm putting a generous amount, like I said, and I'm gonna let this thing bake. And it's late, so it's probably gonna take some time for this to dry. It's still like the middle of the week. This might be a weekend twist out, babe, the way that we're lining up. But we'll see. So anyway, when I finish doing this, I'm gonna sit under my bonnet dryer for a little bit, just to get my hair from wet to, you know, damp, and then it'll air dry the rest of the way. Y'all pray my strength. I'll see y'all when this is dry and it's time to take this hair down. Hey neighbors, it's been 2 days since my wash day, and it's time to take this hair down. As you see, I am almost at the finish line, but I do have to hop in and say very quickly before we continue, there are pluses and minuses to being a cocktail girly. As much as I've had so many successes mixing concoctions for my pre-shampoo, my deep conditioners, this was my first time mixing together 2 stylers. And babes, it's Flake City, honey. It is snowing where I live, inside of the house. Can you believe it? So even though I didn't have that much curl aid left over, I did put in a decent amount. I would say like a third of that, you know, not away detangler. I feel like I'm yelling. I'm just passionate. Sorry, guys. I feel like I put like a third of that not away detangler in here, and I think I'm gonna throw this out. I do. Curl aid just was not giving me the application that I needed by itself, so I felt like I had to do something. But the something did not work in my favor, honey. It surely did not. Now, you guys probably can't tell. I don't know, maybe you can, but I have little white flakes in my hair. But let's continue to take this last little bit out, and then we're gonna get into the rest of my thoughts. I'm not even mad. I'm really not mad. I've been washing my hair every 3-4 days. This is probably gonna be a 3rd day wash. Not gonna hold you. But overall, I'm happy because at least I had a little better application this time around. With how my hair felt after the Kristin Ess, if I would have gone in with the Curlaid Moisture Butter, the original formulation, it would have been way too much friction on my hair because the Curlaid just does not have slip when it applies. But yeah, guys, it's flaking. I don't know if you guys can see that. So anyway, yeah, the Curlaid just doesn't give me the slip, and I have too many creams to try to be doctoring stuff up and still using it after it doesn't, you know, work out. So I'm not upset. I'm just going to, you know, move forward in the right direction. But yes, I'm not a fan of this flaking, but I'm glad that I gave it a shot. So anyway, I am just kind of separating where it wants to separate. I would do a little bit more, but you guys can see it's Flake City and it's also kind of Frizz City. Have a lot of webbing, which is why I don't think it's gonna last but so long, but that's okay. It's fine, it's fine. Now, even though I did get a little flaking, I am not going to omit my last step, which is taking a little bit of my Blue Magic is crazy. I was just watching a video and somebody was using Blue Magic. But a little bit of my Softy Indian Hemp grease. And I'm just going from mid shaft to the ends and just smoothing it down. Because I did not add any grease really previously in my, you know, wash day routine. I added a tiny bit on my ends, but my hair was wet, so just want to make sure that I seal it. Despite the frizz, I actually think it gave me some more volume this time around, which is nice, especially since I know my hair is not gonna last 4 days. If I lean in a little bit, I obviously still got some, you know, definition, but what I try to avoid is the single hairs that are webbed between. So that is what leads to tangles. And in my last 3 wash days, I have not had that on day 1 or 2. It's very much so separated, and of course that makes my hair look a little smaller. So it works visually for me, but it's not functional at all because this sort of gives wash and go and can lead to single strand knots. With all of those little hairs connected, they're not supposed to be webbing together and hanging out like that. They're assigned groups. They're supposed to stay in them groups until wash day, okay? I'm not mad at the results. I'm gonna tell you straight off the bat, me washing my hair more often takes so much pressure off of my results. I just embrace what it is. I might put a little makeup on now, but you know, I just kind of let my hair be. And honestly, I think it actually looks pretty good. Shape-wise, I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's got a little bit of shine. It does have the flakes. It does have the frizz. But for what I am kind of accepting at my final result stage in this season, I'm not really mad at it. Overall, all of the things that have happened with this Kristin Ess deep conditioner, you know, me missing the honey cream chow and the weird mixture of the Curlaid and the cream of nature, this is not bad. I think this is the Lord's grace at work. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I can't believe I'm ending it. No earrings, no eyebrows, no mascara, no nothing. I'm just naked face out here on the internet with y'all for the end of the video. But I appreciate you guys for watching and hanging with me for the Conditioner Chronicles series. Definitely clock and lock in for the next round because I'm going to be going in with the Dove Intensive Repair Conditioner Mask. And I'm very excited. I have a feeling that that's going to go a bit differently than this Kristin Ess experience. So look forward to that and stay tuned. I will see you in the next one.